Hello everyone, welcome back to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. I'm Chase. That over there is Bobby. Hi, Bobby.
Hey.
And we're here taking a look at Wordle, which is a fun 5-letter word puzzle game that seems to be sweeping the nation. And I'm excited to show it to you. Before I do, though, please don't forget, like and subscribe if you enjoy the kind of content we're doing here at the Casual Hour. We do these quick looks. We do streams of video games on Mondays and Fridays, and then we have our podcast on Wednesdays. And all of those streams go out at 10:30 p.m. Central Time. Bobby, Wordle is a game that I'm pretty obsessed with, and it's something that actually gives me a lot of nostalgia because I was an avid watcher of a game show called Lingo back in the day, hosted by Chuck Woolery, who's kind of a piece of shit, but he's a really good game show host.
Most of them are, Chase. Most of them are.
You know, very good point. Anyway, the whole idea here is that you guess 5-letter words, and the game. Actually, can you go to the how to play so people can kind of see? Bobby's driving here, but I'm kind of talking through it. So Wordle here, you get 6 tries to guess this 5-letter word, and when you guess the correct letter in the correct spot, it shows up as green. If you get the right letter but it's in the wrong spot, it'll show up as yellow. And if you guess a letter that's not actually part of the word that day, it shows up as gray, and you know, okay, I don't use that letter anymore. So go back out to the main menu here.
Yeah. And we are playing this on PC, by the way. Do you want to talk really quick about where you can browser?
Totally. This is browser based. You can play it on a phone. You can play it on a PC. It's free. It updates every day. Every 24 hours, it gets a new 5-letter word. And what's really, I mean, this is kind of just puzzle game 101. It's fine. But what's really captured people's attentions and has gotten the developer's name is Josh Wardle, Wardle, which is fantastic. Well done to you. What's really set this game apart is that he's added this ability to share your score after you finish, and sharing your score puts it up on you can put it to Twitter, you can put it on a text message chain, and it doesn't show you the words that you pick, but it shows you the colors of the letters. We might see it here at the end. Actually, I don't know if there's a good way to show it. But,
Chase, one thing I was going to ask you really quick. I know that you talked offline to Johnny and I. Do you want me to turn hard mode on? Because I think that's how you like to play this game.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say that hard mode is actually hard. It's just kind of a different way to play. And it's not even that different. The only thing that hard mode does is if you guess your 5 letters and you do get one that's green or yellow, you have to use those in the next word, because the game knows, okay, this is the knowledge that you have to use it. And it's just forcing you to try to get the right word every time. Whereas some people play this game where they'll just guess a bunch of different words that have a bunch of different letters without caring how many are right or wrong, because they just want to see, okay, how many letters can I get, and then I can jumble them up later and figure out what the word is. There's a few different strategies for this game, and I think that's the most interesting part, is how people attack the way the daily world goes.
And speaking of that, one of the things that I really appreciate about this game is once the day starts and you begin to work on this, there's no timer, there's no pressure for it. It is something that I'll fire up in the morning. And sometimes I'll be able to sit down and work through it and get to where I need to, but as I think about it or I'm working through it, I can take my time with this throughout the day. And I don't want to call it an idle puzzle by any means, but it's something that I can come back and forth to due to cookies and caches and all that stuff. It'll be there. If I play it on my computer, it's different than my phone, but I primarily play this on my phone. And I can take my time with it, and I don't feel a lot of pressure on solving it. I'd rather not feel like I have to do this quickly versus I'd like to do this as efficiently as possible.
Yeah, I get that. And even wherever you play, because of those caches and cookies, it actually stores your progress on how you've done in the previous days. So I can tell you, and you're not going to see it on yours because we're playing on yours, but I am on a 10 streak so far. I've won every one that I've gotten.
Cool.
But it also tracks, how many. We'll get to that when we get the word. Anyway, let's start with the word here. Bobby, I like to start with the word orate. O-R-A-T-E. That gives us 3 different vowels. It gives us a T and an R, which are really common consonants. And let's see how he did. Not terrible. Not terrible. We already got 3 letters. We know the E's in the right spot. But we know that O and R are somewhere in there, but not where they are right now. So let's see. I'm feeling like I want to get an S in this next one. Maybe something that starts with S. My first thought was store, but we know that the T isn't there. But I like where we can put that O and R in new spots. So
yeah, for sure.
Let's try Will Wright's favorite game, Spore, S-P-O-R-E, and see how that works out.
S-P-O-R-E. Okay. The E is still there.
So, this is fine. So it could either be a letter and then R-O, and then interesting.
And that's why you're thinking and pondering the orb. Down here in the keyboard, what I really like is it gives you the indicators that, hey, these dark gray letters, the same as the board, you can't, there's no point in using those. They're not in this word. And then, again, on the keyboard, you've got yellow, and it's telling you that you need to move those, and then green, of course, saying that that's where it needs to be. So anything in the light gray is still a possibility here.
Okay, I'm thinking that O is going to be in the second spot, because the only other place it could be would be the 4th spot, and there aren't a ton of words that end with O-E. So let's not think of that. But, I like maybe a word with a D, starts with a D, so like a D-O-R.
Okay.
What are we thinking here? What could fit in there at this point?
Dorks.
Well, we know we have an E at the end here.
Yeah. What would be there? So, Hey, I have an idea.
Yeah.
What about F-O-R-T-E?
Well, there's no T.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Not bad. You're thinking that.
No, jorts would be a lot of fun, but we don't have to use that T.
Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily have to start with a D. It could be. I could see it being a C or an F or an L. Okay, let's try force. F-O-R-C-E.
F-O-R-C-E. We'll use the force. Hey.
Okay, well, now we at least know where the spots are.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
So we're not going to have any more vowels. We know that much. Right?
Yeah. Well, it could be an IE, I suppose, or a UE. Those are possible, but you're probably right. I would guess that it's not that.
And we know it's not a T.
I have to imagine at this point that 4th letter is going to be a D. There aren't a ton of other letters I could see there. So it's just, what does it start with at this point? I don't know what B-O-R-D-E is.
No, that's right. Can't be that. Board?
I don't think that's a thing.
Isn't that like the English spelling of it? L-O-R-D-E? Am I thinking? Am I wrong on that?
Well, I don't know if this game would do an Old English thing. That's
yeah.
This is tough.
This is tough.
Maybe it's not a D in that 4th spot. What else could it be there? Another possible option. I don't think it's the case here, but there are times where there will be double letters. So it could be like a something O-R-R-E,
Yeah.
or OREE. Not necessarily that that's what it's going to be. I don't think that's what it is here. How about the word horde? HORDE. For the horde. Playing some World of Warcraft.
For the horde, baby.
That's not good. It does give us some process of elimination here. We know we have fewer letters to choose from now.
So here's how I'm thinking about it, right? Like in my head, I'm trying to sound out words that sound similar to or. Like, so I'm trying to think like what would I say that would have like that in it, and like, you know, Ford, board, board.
Yeah, but we know there's no D anymore.
I mean, G go anywhere here?
GOR. I'm just not seeing it. It could be. You know what? It could be gorge. It could be GORGE.
Yeah. Like a okay.
Yeah. My only problem with this is that if it's not this, we have learned nothing about any new letters.
Do you want me to back it away?
I mean, at this point, I don't know what else it could be. So we can certainly try gorge. The weird thing about Lingo is that game is really quick. You are under a timer on the game show part, and I don't know how people get it. Hey, there we go. We got it. Good job, Bobby, with the G.
I'm just guessing about sounds and like looking at this. I will tell you all right now, we tried to do this quick look one time and I fucking froze up and I didn't know what to do because I was panicked. So don't let me be the savior here by any stretch. That was.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you helped us get there. You got 2 of the 5 letters. That's pretty useful. Anyway, so yeah, I love this statistics screen. I love showing your distribution of how you do. I think that any word that you get, no matter if you get it in 2 guesses or 6 guesses, just getting the word is a win. And I think you can use enough deductive reasoning by playing this game that you should probably be able to get it basically every day, unless there's some real bullshit. I had a couple where I had, similar to what we were doing here, I felt like I had a few letters, and it was just, well, what are the last 2 letters? And I just kept switching them out with new letters, switching them out with new letters. Like, shit, what else is it going to be? And I would end up getting it on 5 or 6. Because you just run out of letters at that point. You just run into it pretty naturally. I've also had a game where I got it pretty luckily on like a second guess, which, you know, I think that's all luck. There's no way that you could, unless you got like a ton of the letters early and then just kind of could place the other ones. It's really hard to get something in 2 or even 1. But yeah, this game is, I think it's just really well designed. It's really smart. I like the way that it limits you. I think if I had the ability to just keep playing this game, I'd probably play it for 15-20 minutes straight and then probably never play it again. So there is something kind of nice about having that timer. It's going to be 13 and a half hours until I can play this game again. Hey, there you are.
So that's what it looks like when you share it out.
Yeah, and I think that's really interesting to show. Like, it's not telling you what the word is, right. But if you have played the game, then it's fun to look at this and go, oh, okay, what do I think their first word was that they got a couple of these letters right? And it's interesting just to kind of see people's processes without actually knowing the specific words they guess. So if you do go in there and you've already seen what somebody's done for the day, then you're not necessarily spoiled for it. You can go in and play it and still have a good time, but it is a way that you can show off with your friends. I was doing this for a few days and then I realized, you know what, I think this might be kind of annoying to people. But I still enjoy reading other people's Wordle scores and playing that. So now that we've played it on your machine, I'm just gonna get it in 1 on mine because I feel like I deserve it.
Yeah, give it to yourself the good way there.
But this is Wordle. This is Wordle. It's not a 2022 game, unfortunately. This I believe came out in October of 2021. So we'll not be talking about it for our game of the year this year. But I still think it's a really
find
cool
a way
game.
to give it some due.
Maybe we can do something with that. But I think this game is really cool. It's going to be something that I continue to play every day, and probably just not something I talk about anymore. But I think it's a great thing that I'm just going to keep going. And the developer seems to be totally cool with this just being a fun little side thing that's free, and he wants to keep it that way, and I applaud him for that.
Absolutely. Chase, thank you so much for not making me do this. I really appreciate that, first and foremost. And also, thank you for taking time to run us through this Wordle extravaganza. If you enjoy what we're doing, as Chase said at the top of the show, we do quick looks Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and we post our podcast on Friday morning. Like, subscribe, hang out where you can. You saw a little bit of our Twitter page there. If you want to hang out with us that way as well, you can at the casual hour. But we have had a ton of fun solving this Wordle and getting through the gorge that kept us there. Chase, thanks again, and we'll talk to you all very soon.